Hey guys, welcome to King Rod's Tutorials. This tutorial is brought to you by Bad Hair Days. Bad Hair Days, when you just don't care. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to make this look a little fancier than it already looks. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to add pictures next to text, and how to kind of separate one page into many different sections. That way you don't have one big paragraph sitting right in the middle of your page. We can make it a little more cleaner and more organized than that. So we're going to start with our biography page, because this is the fun page where you get to just brag about yourself the entire time. When we go to my biography page, it's pretty empty. That's how I want you guys to look at this. It's an empty page. Now we could absolutely, if you double click in the middle, you actually get all of these options that are over here right at your fingertips. We could just put all of our information in one text box and make our viewers read it like that. However, that's not fun. That actually is kind of a pain, especially when you have an entire paragraph of information. It's pain for the audience to, sit there and read through it. So what I'm going to show you guys how to do is to separate this entire page into sections. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add a text box. This text box is just an ordinary regular text box, and to make sure we know exactly what we'll be putting in that text box, obviously we're going to have to look over at our page 3 biography page. This is everything that you guys are going to need to put into your biography page. So it says who you are, your school name. I think I'm going to have that be my first section. So I'm just going to put who I am and my school. Looks kind of bland, right? That's when you can start getting fancy. If you highlight the whole thing and you go from, you can't really pick text sizes, but you can pick what the headings kind of look like. And these are your text sizes technically. So I'm going to pick title, which is the biggest one. But I don't like it that big. Let me go down to heading. That's a little better. Still looks pretty boring. I'm going to center it, because I always center all the stuff I do. And let's pick a background. That way it can really stand out to show that I am putting a whole new section in. You could just do one of these emphasis things, where it's just black and white, or you can pick an image that you have or an image that they have. Now Google actually gives you some pretty good images. I'm just going to go ahead, scroll down and pick, let's just pick this one. Sure, why not? Select it, who I am in my school. Now underneath this is where you would start putting, okay, well, I am King Rod. I rule my subjects fairly and justly. We do have some fun, but only when all of the work is done. So there is what I want to say about myself. Let's talk about my school. Let's add another text box. My school is located in San Jose. If you want to get really, really specific, we're in East San Jose, California. It is called Renaissance Academy. It is a social justice school. King Rod rules it with an iron fist. That makes sense. Perfect. So still looks kind of boring. Here's what you can do to get rid of this boringness. You can put pictures to the left or to the right of your text. We squeeze this in. See all those little boxes that come up when I squeeze it in? Let me do that again. See all these little boxes? That's where you can start squeezing in pictures. So since this part's about me, I am King Rod, let's try to put a picture next to it of me. So if we go to images, we go to my Google Drive, We go to recent. Perfect picture of me. Let's put it in there. Really cool thing you can do with these images, I think that's a little bit too zoomed out. So if you click this crop button, you can actually zoom it in. Yeah, that's perfect. And then I can always make this bigger or smaller. There we go. I want to give him fancier. You can put the emphasis back on. You can do another picture as your background, whatever you want. And my school is located, so this is about my school. Let's see if we can find a picture of Renaissance Academy. It was my bad hair day. Let's do Renaissance Academy. Oh, look at that. I already got to fill that. Google image search. Go to images. Well, these clearly are not our school. However, I do know that this is our picture. Not our picture, but our actual logo, Renaissance Academy. So I'm going to save this to my desktop, actually, or my downloads. Try to save it as a JPG. You just put .jpg after it, you'll be able to upload it. We'll go to save, go back to my digital portfolio, squeeze this over to the right. Not that far, right there. Let's add a picture, image. Oh, actually, go to recent. There's my picture. Click it, select it. That's it. That's how you make it a little more fancy. Sometimes that happens where it cuts it off. It's alright. So you can get pretty fancy with Google Sites. Not too fancy, but you can at least separate it into sections. Well, good luck. Have fun. Make sure you experiment with this. See you guys in the next one.